Just a moment, I have to join the record. So welcome back, everybody. I would like to continue the morning session, and we will start with the coordination. After we'll continue a little bit about the principles of the budgeting, and we can start little summarization at the morning section. What is the partner and the coordinator? As you heard, the partner and the coordinator has a very different role in the international project, and basically, who is the applicant? It will become a coordinator who submits the project proposal on behalf of the partners. And you saw in the morning that the coordinator has very important roles, not just very important roles, but very high responsibility to implement the project. And became the grant beneficiary. He will be, or she, or the coordinator, signed a multi-beneficiary agreement, represent all the consortium, the partners, and the financial, legal, and organizational responsibility takes over. And the partner should work actively in the implementation and the evaluation of the project. This is what I wanted to summarize at first, and now I would like to show you in the very narrow way what is the coordinator main responsibility. It is a project execution or the project management, because the project coordinator needs to build up very efficient and transparent cooperation, and needs to implement the project. What are these tools which the coordinator has to implement the project? Let's start the phase management. What does it mean? What does it means in details? Managing in working packages, it means the coordinator has to follow all the working packages from the beginning till the end, and have to take care of the deliverables, and it should be the appropriate quality, and it should be approved. The next, which I have to monitor always the coordinator, it is the planning. What are the resources are available all the stages and during all the project implementation? Have to see that whether the right people, the right methodologies, and every needs are available on this part, and have to see always the overall project. And the control, which is all these stages, they have to look at whether the time, whether the resources, and every other stuff are available for them, or it is implemented in time. The team management, I will speak a little bit more details, but it is a very complex task to managing a team. And very important, the clear communication in making sure that the responsibilities are very clearly divided into the project. If needed, that is very important, the procurement, but integration, what means all time we have to consider all other projects which have to running in the same time and have to connect to this our project. I told you that team management is a very complex project. I just want to just a moment. It means that it is an international group which has different cultures, different range of rules in their own country, and they have to bring together in the common place, in the common understanding, this team. This is the decision-making body of the project, our team, and I differentiated these two different kind of activities which have to be developed. One is the team management, when the partners are together and deciding about the project, and it has different skills and resources which brings each partner to this team, and it has to be managed very well by the coordinator. And the other stuff that I wanted to show you is the coordinating of teamwork, and it is the other stuff when during the project implementation many stages, many work packages has to be implemented, and these work packages is implemented by any other partner who is responsibility for the given working package, and it is not especially responsible for the coordinator, but there is a responsible for the project leader within the project implementation, and each partner has to have very good skills in order to implement this kind of project during the project implementation. It has phases of the project, and must be implemented by the project partner. It has a skill, good leadership. It is very important to have a partner as well. The clear communication, how to solve the given problem or the given task, and what is the common goal. It has to be defined very clearly by the project manager. The project manager called the project responsible for the project, it has to divide the responsibilities, all the other members of the team members, and have to take care as well the grouping, conflict resolution, give a support, and certainly it has to have to overcome every problems. So it is not different so much as a classical project management, but the teamwork coordination, it is responsible for one of the partner for the program. This is what I wanted to tell you, just add some information for the coordination. And now I have to turn to the budget control. The budgeting, rather. The first is the first picture, what I have prepared is, and it's not so nice, but I would like to show you. It is a strategy. It's called organizational strategy, which can be any other civil society strategy. It must be prepared certainly, and every organization should have provide a strategy. This strategy, how build up a strategy, it has certainly projects and smaller packages which in order to implement the strategy and accomplish the goal of the strategy. And all the project should have some kind of preliminary budget. And in the preliminary budget, we have different actions should be taken, which certainly financed from the budget. It has to cover by the budget, and it has to go in order to has to show how to implement the strategy. So this is the budget, and this is the strategy. Is independent from any kind of call of proposal. All the organizations should have their own strategy and their own, and how is implemented by all. So when we are talking about project budget, we have to consider at first this, and no, when we so the budget preparation is it is a common work. Every kind of project can be taken seriously only if this budget is prepared properly. And the budget is nothing else, just cost of individual activities or working packages, what the project must accomplish. We have to combine what we want to accomplish with the financial resources. This is all together we have to prepare. Compiling the financial plan requires to think advance. We have to think, regarding to the strategy, how we will make it is a small step. So one project, it is not the smallest one, the one step toward to the strategy. We have to see that what is the purpose of that given project which we are planning the budget for. What are the expected results? What are the impacts? What we want to reach? and have to see what activities we needed to achieve the results of the project, how we will develop this project, what would be the best way to develop alone or together with other organization is better. And sometimes we are thinking about that it would be implement this project without a grant or with grant. It both way has benefits. Benefits that if you have enough resources, you don't need to deal with any administrative conditions, but if you don't have enough source, you have to apply for a grant, certainly. So we can say that the budget we need for one side for funding and the other side to control our work, to control our how to control it to our accomplishment during the project. Let's see. I hope I will be able to do this. When we are planning the budget planning, it is not for a one person's task. It is rather a group of tasks. And it can be like teamwork, as I mentioned earlier, when the partners and the coordinator decides that we will want to apply a new project, and they start to plan the new project, and they will prepare their budget for it. Certainly, it has to fit all the organization, all the partners' organizations' strategy, what they want to accomplish, their strategy. And it is very important to make a budget, because if you planning budget, it calls your attention, that kind of areas you didn't think about it. You didn't think about what kind of cost, what kind of resources need if you want to implement a training or a conference. But it is certainly clear. But there are so many difficult projects which you can think over just when you are going through the budget steps, the cost steps, and as I mentioned, all project which is serious, which we can think seriously, we need for it the budget. Now, that's so. What are the stages of the budget preparation? We will talk about it in the further part of this presentation. This can be the main topic now for us. At first, we have to think over every assumptions. What is the what we want to do? What kind of assumptions we have regarding to the cost, regarding to the management, who will lead this work, and who will control the project preparation task. And Next one, we have to estimate the cost, the activities. We have to determine what kind of financial resources we would need to implement this project, and we have to find out the very basic step of the cost. We'll see how we will do it. And the next one is defining the budget. And it is the basis of the implementation, and it contains all the estimated cost of activities. And the fourth one is the cost of control, which is the implementation stage, how to control and our cost against the accomplishment of the project. Let's see how we will be. Okay. Yes. Okay. So at first we have talked about the procedures and the assumptions. Now let's see how to plan the cost. And at first as I told you, it is a group work rather than the individual work. And at first, always have to see our expectations of the stakeholders. The cost is not more than the activities which we would like to carry out, and how it is related to materials, the services, or the manpower. And certainly it is early stages we are planning the cost at the beginning of the project. What we need to consider when we are starting to plan the costs. At first, if you start to plan the cost, you have to see what kind of units and, for example, how many nights, how many nights per cost, or expertise days per fees you have. You have to think over on it. You have to, it is very interesting, the level of accuracy, because it depends upon whether you thinking over very deeply your project, or just you work it is very rapidly in order to prepare it for the deadline of the tender. Because if you prepare your budget thinking in advance, you are able to make it very precisely the cost, rather than when you are working very rapidly and you have not able to think over very carefully what kind of costs and you will need it. As I told you, the organizational and procedural relations, and it is different all organization, which if you want to apply in partnership, it is different in all organization, and these procedures are embedding in every organization which is a partner, we have to take care how what kind of rules implement they regarding to the final procedures. And have to consider what is the control of thresholds. What does it mean, control of thresholds? When you are planning the cost, you have to see, for example, if you plan that how many pages you will have to write a survey and or other edition, you have to say that it will be how many pages, for example, 140, or more or less 10%. And you have to take care about this kind of cost as well. You have to see, when you plan the budget, how to measure the achievements, the results, how you will measure. And when you planning, you have to see for example, the management authorities and other organizations who are providing the resources request to report formats, how to do this. And very important, the process of descriptions, because you have to remember how your assessment, how you calculated the cost, and you have to provide some kind of write down some kind of process for it. And it's good to remember at the end of the project as well. And they have to see the volatility as the exchange rate of the currencies. I don't know which one. It is very. Sorry. I haven't tried it yet, so I check it out how it works. Sorry. This one. What we need for the cost estimating, what kind of information what we have to collect for it. For example, with the needed human resource plan, how many people, how many experts, how many coordinators we need for it. Scope and extent of the project. You have to see what kind of activities we will cover in this project, how many stages we'll have, and as well the project scheduling, how we will implement the tasks after each other. We have to identify the risk because we have to plan some amount to handle this risk. Different conditions means the different geographic conditions we have to take care about it. For example, somewhere is the very undeveloped area or rather a developed area, it probably different costs will be applied. And certainly the procedures. And next, the techniques, how to estimate the cost. Let's see the expert estimation when is already have done. a given amount of cost for a given unit. We can get the information from the other project, which is mostly similar to ours, and we can see that how they count and what kind of cost they use there. A cost estimation could be from the historical data as well. For example, we can use the statistics for it. The bottom-up estimation, which I prefer, the bottom-up estimation, it is you build up your project from the smallest part, and after you aggregate this from the smallest part. The three-point reserve, three-point estimate, it means when you probably we don't use in this kind of project when it is the most likely scenario, the optimistic and the pessimistic scenario, and you can calculate with this with different aggregation. You have to decide about planning of reserves, and for the unknown issues, you can use it degressively, which means if bigger project, you can use less percentage, 5-10% for the reserves, and during the cost, you can decide about the quality when you have to purchase or reach something. What kind of quality, the better quality is sometimes more expensive than the cheaper one. And certainly you can study some market offers from different places. What we can get from the cost estimation? No. No, what are the results? It is two different results of the cost estimation. One is we will see the financing, what we need to finance, frame of the financing resource. You can get the entire project as it can be summarized. And you will have the description of procedures, and this you can see here all the details of the estimations and the additional support. And when you prepare the budget, usually people think about the chart, the Excel chart, when we aggregate the cost of different activities. But the really budget we will see in the next presentation. It is the background information as well. So it is not just a simple Excel chart to fill in it, but it has many supporting documents and supporting counting on it. And usually, if you are preparing the budget really accuracy, in the project proposal, usually you don't need to hand out all these documents. It is already given what kind of documents you have to send it. And the next stage, I said you, it is the defined budget. What is the defined budget? As I told you, this is the aggregating the estimated cost. Each activities, it is the basic budget. Basic budget and approved budget by the group or decision maker of the organization. And you can get here the in the budget what we want to reach. The project performance, which we can be measured against the approved project, and what is the output, and what kind of impacts what we want to reach. So in order to have this budget, what kind of inputs we need? Certainly we need to have so to compile the budget. At first we need to have the frame of the project, how much money we do have, and what is the ratio of inside the budget for the different costs. For example, I will give you the assignment, and you can find in this budget that the overhead cost is maximum 15%, and you have to design the budget according to this. You have estimated cost for each activities and working processes. You will see in this budget, which I will give you. You will see the project schedule from the budget, the planned start and ends the activity. So the milestones you will see. I don't think that I will give you the milestones, but it is very important to plan it. Schedule of resources is rather very complex project we have. Certainly we have to identify the risk, as I told you, and we have to approve how much money we would like to spend here. We will have in the service contracts which supports the cost, and we have to see the reporting mode as the expectation of the founder. How to do the budget? Certainly, at first, the cost aggregation, and you can decide if you want to reserve or not. Standby management, use of the advisor's opinion, and as a funding limit, it is for the big construction projects, so we don't care about. And certainly we'll have the ratio of the cost, as I mentioned. You have, for example, 15% for overheads, or many different restrictions you can see. Now I would like to show you what kind of budget lines we can be used. One variation of the budget line is when we have to clarify our cost according to the activities. For example, the surveys, we are preparing trainings, traveling, or conference, and certainly we can divide it according to the different milestones, or the other type of budget. It is according to the cost of, according to the type of the cost. It can be salary, taxes, rents, expert fees, and certainly it can be used according to the milestones. Can divide it. You will see that in the assignment we will have the budget according to the cost which you have to prepare or to get familiar with it. Result of budgeting, we have, as I told you, we have a basic budget, approved budget, and it can be modified just official procedures, and it can be the basis of the further versions. Budget structure, always the basic budget and reserve, which is very important. It is very interesting that the founders usually would like to diminish the budget, and certainly the applicant would like to get more. But it is important to always to think over about the reserves, since it could be 1.5 years till the application, till the starting the implementation. So we have to think over on it. So basic budget, estimated cost and possible reserve, estimated cost of activities or workflows plus possible reserves. We have to consider this way. Okay, we will see from the budget what kind of fundings requirements we will get, advance payment, what is the own source, what kind of planned expenditures we have. We will see from this, according to the milestone, that it is not an even funding, not an even implementation, but sometimes it is needs different amount, and we can update this our starting documentation, and we will see the project scheduling in the budget. Now this implementation, when any sources we receive the financing, we have to report according to certainly according to the expectations of the rules of the founder, but according to the milestones. At first we can make report monthly, quarterly, midterm, final, according connection with the final reimbursement, and sometimes the maintenance report as well. But the reports usually connected to the implementation and the payment together, so is closely related to each other. some monitoring aspects of the control of cost, which is we can control the project status. We have to see the update of the project cost, how to manage changes if there is some discrepancies, or we have detect different deviations from the planned activities, and we have to take actions when we see these. And one is the important, what is the test of completed value? It is simple when the schedule of the resources and the target goal and progress we will compare. How we will compare the spending the money with the implementation of the project, whether they are in harmony as we planned, whether we spend all the money, what happens when we did not spend all the money, if we did not spend the money, why we didn't spend this money, it is jeopardize our the project implementation or not. So all these questions we have to consider during the control. We have to consider all the key areas in terms of activities, how many we used, what activities we did, and the time is appropriate for the implementation in that stage. And certainly we have to see what the implementation of the project shows. The value of accomplished, it is rather the indicators, whether we accomplished or not. What is the actual cost at the time when we control and we review this project? And what are these discrepancies, what we need? And this is the like a mirror. Activities and the budget, how it harmonizes. As I told you earlier, budget reasonable, whether the activities, the planned activities and the outputs, and the project duration and and the time. And I hope you get enough information to fill in the assignments and to prepare it. But before that, I would like to know if you have any questions. And maybe I can answer it. If not, at 3 o'clock we will meet, but the EU Commission could take any measures if the partnership decide to remove partners. Okay, I took my answer. Okay, I took my time, so it was enough, I believe. And what would be the assignment? You will get the description of a project which has already prepared. You will get the milestones of this project. It is the introducing the project. What is the content of it according to the milestones? It is for a this project was sent to the Visegrad grant, and you will get this introducing this project. You will get the guidelines of the grant. You can you can use both of these, and we provide the draft budget lines, and you can be familiar the chart of the budget and the all form. I will speak about it afternoon a little bit in more details. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see each other, I hope, at 3 o'clock afternoon.